Okay, well, as you can probably tell, um, we're not on our usual stuff. We're just using the phone. I don't know what's going on, but I could not get the thing to go live. It said it was streaming, everything, I mean, everything was working, and it wasn't outputting at all. So I'm going to have to look into what's going on. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, what is it? Half an hour? Oh, yeah. So anyway, I'm glad some people are here. Hopefully, you might want to watch on your thing so you can do the questions. Let's see, Minivan Mike. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Mike.
Been a crazy night. I mean, the other night we kind of got all out of time, and with the time change and everything
I
else,
wasn't feeling good.
Darla wasn't feeling good. Everything was kind of weird. So we decided we wouldn't be able to. Plus, we were eating when we figured out we're supposed to be doing this right now. So it's been one of those weeks. I went to the doctor on Monday, and Cage went to the doctor yesterday, and now Cage is Arby Quilt. Hi Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
Yeah, he's not gonna have puppies, so
He'll never be a daddy.
he'll never be a daddy. But they were telling us how he was gonna need pain pills. Man, he's come home. He's just like he was a day ago, before he went. So anyway, I tried to do something tonight because we missed Wednesday, and then I sat there and we were set up 10 minutes early, and I turned it on 5 minutes early and it wouldn't work. So I don't know. Between that, noises and everything else. So what I'll have to do is get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning when no one's watching and try doing it again. I know I had everything plugged in right. It should have worked. Hello from Jeff and Deanna. Hi. Let's see. Healthy Freedom. And that, Mike said something again too. You can watch that stuff. Hey, one thumbs up. Cool. So, Steve Wildman. How you doing, Steve? Let's see. You put some stuff on.
Steve and Teresa.
Yeah, you put some stuff though on Economic Refugees group this week, I believe. I am your lurker.
Steve, you're our lurker. Is that what Steve said?
Yeah. Well, we already have a troll. We only allow one troll. I guess now we. Oh, that was. Hi, Turker. Okay. So I guess we have that. Let's see. Beet Harvest Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Jeff Stewart. Yeah, we know who you are, Jeff. I didn't know that was that you're into that name though.
Well, Minivan Mike's the lurker.
Yeah. No, not Minivan. It's someone else.
Well, Minivan Mike said, hi, lurker.
Yeah.
It is Steve.
Yeah.
Healthy Freedom. Yep. Hi, Robin.
So anyway, we're using the
057 blank. He's our lurker. That's what he said.
Yeah, no Kevin tonight. I haven't seen him yet. No McKeel tonight.
No.
I guess the gate guarders have been getting kind of creamed too. That's been kind of a bummer. How's the Texas or how is the Texas weather? We're not in Texas, but some people we know are, and it's been pretty bad. It was actually pretty bad here for a couple of days.
We're in Arkansas.
We're in Arkansas, but yeah. I do know you, Leisure. Okay, everybody.
Right.
These guys talk a lot, you know that?
Steve said he posted Dixie the dog in the junk trunk.
Oh, okay.
Bad flooding, Mike? Wisconsin, right, Mike? Healthy Freedoms. Jeff says I have 7 different emails.
Yeah, they're evacuating
Really?
in Wisconsin. Yeah. Well, I saw something today. They said Minnesota and Wisconsin were like really screwed. So
I've seen several videos of them actually digging animals, cows and horses out of the snow in South Dakota and Minnesota.
yeah, and then Kevin put a picture of his house, his front porch, And he told me, he goes, I know you would know how deep the snow is because we sat on that porch. Man.
The snow's over the railing.
Over the railing. Well, it just goes to show you that global warming is really working out really good because I mean it's just screaming hot everywhere, so I don't know. I think you kind of got this climate change thing and the weather. They don't know which is which, and they're trying to combine it. And if man thinks he's ever going to control this planet or control the weather or any of that kind of stuff, they're insane. So, anyway, what?
So, I got a job, but I don't have a schedule yet, so I'm not really sure if I have a job. So.
Yeah, she's working in a coffee place here in...
If you're ever on Highway 71 in Arkansas, it's called the Coffee Vault. And it used to be a bank, and you can have lunch in the vault. I did with my mother-in-law. It was fun. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right about that, Jeff. I remember that at school because the school I went to was a uppity-up school, and it was a lot of liberals in there, and they were constantly pounding into our head that we were going into this ice age and that we had to quit driving our cars and everything else, and then all of a sudden, when everything was going the opposite way, then they started calling it global warming. And so it went that way for a while. Now it's starting to cool off again. They don't know what to tell you.
My grandpa told me when he was almost 90, he said, I figure I've lived long enough to know that the weather changes. It runs in cycles.
Yeah.
It's all my life. It's run in cycles. I believe him.
Yeah, we were talking today, when I was a kid, I grew up in a city called Downey in California, Southern California. And I'd spend the whole summer out in the patio of our house. I built like a little tent and had a rollaway bed and everything, and I just kind of spent the whole summer living out in this patio. And I mean, there were times when it was overnight. There was like I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was like almost 2 weeks. It was over 90 degrees at night. It was crazy and super humid. And, just I don't know. I hate to get into this kind of stuff because I know it's really political. People get all excited about it. But
Oma and Opa and Oma's Camping Adventures. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello from Fort Stockton. You guys are gate guarding, I'm pretty sure. That's what your last video was. For gate guard services, I think. How you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of hearing some not good stuff that they've been doing a little laying off, but...
Hey, Sand.
Who?
Sand.
Sand.
Sand under his motorhome.
Oh, yeah.
Sand on the road.
Yeah, anyway, one thing about the oil fields is you could never figure out what the job situation's going to be. You could never figure out the weather. Yeah, there's so many variables in that gate guarding job. That's the only thing that's bad about it. It's not real easy to figure everything out. But when you're working, you're making great money and things are pretty easy. But Pooh Bear's here.
Hey, Pooh Bear. And hello from Rhode Island. Carlane, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Oh,
nice
sand on the
you.
roads here. Hey.
Getting stuck was fun.
Yeah,
if you guys were on the Facebook group page, you could have seen the progression of stuck that Sand on the Road got. Sad.
If I would have been there for you, we would have got that thing out. I had mine one time going
stuck.
off the side. It was stuck, and it was going off the side of a cliff. And everybody was like, I mean, the thing was tilted so hard, I thought it was just going to roll down this side of this cliff. And I knew what I needed to do. I tore my mud flap off and everything else, but I finally got it to back up onto this little hill, little piece of ground, solid ground. And then I got a piece of plywood, and I was able to walk it. And once I got it to walk a little bit, then man, I just hit the throttle and I just didn't stop, and boom, I got back up onto solid ground.
There was no way we could have got a tow truck in there
Yeah.
either to get us out.
My friend says, well, why don't we get a tow truck? And I says, they can't pull a 30,000-pound motorhome sideways without doing damage. So
they couldn't have gotten in front of us because there was a house there.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Yeah, Steve, you like that video of the land? We love that land. We just
yeah,
we're kind of in a holding pattern at the moment.
If anyone out there has a bulldozer and they're cruising down 71, I'll buy you a cup of coffee and take you over, and we'll push some dirt around. My brother's got a bulldozer, and the poor guy. I mean, the other day he comes home, and the turbo on his truck. You know, he's a cowboy, but he has a Peterbilt, and he's had some real problems with it. Today he comes home and his belt on his belt drive trailer, something's wrong with that. And just crazy stuff,
well,
man.
He owns so much equipment, there's always something going down. Zombie Stitcher, welcome from South Dakota. You're snowed in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's fun times. And then, yeah, I was wondering what the whole take was on the abandoned house video. I had so much fun making that video. It was really fun. I'd like to make more of those.
Then I got to make a confession. About 10 minutes ago, I was ready to quit YouTube because of all the mechanical failures. All the
me.
No, it wasn't you.
Because of Cage.
Well, no, Cage caused me to type a Z. Where is he?
Right there.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, he made me type. You know, this is probably going to be backwards because of the way, but I don't care. If you guys don't care for backwards.
As long as we're on live, we got to do the live.
Anyway, I was like just ready to say forget it because it just so frustrating to me. I mean, I have everything all so that boom, 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 hit the button and everything should work. I think it's what happened is the other day I got up in the morning and I went to go get on my computer and they were updating everything. And
Windows 10. I hate Windows 10.
And then I
still have Windows
everything
7.
I try to do on it, like on Facebook or anything like that, I've had to go in and I had to reload Google Chrome so I could use my dongle or whatever it is. I've had to do all this crap to get everything to work, and I didn't figure that it was going to change this, but for some reason it did. So now I've got to sit here and spend a couple of days trying to figure it out. So that's why we're on the phone. A little disappointing.
Thanks, Rhonda. We're glad you don't care if we're backwards.
Yeah. We've been going out and doing some drives, and we found so many cool things that we are going to share with you guys and try to make them fun.
You know what? This channel is kind of morphed from helpful to whatever we want to do. I mean, we do still try to bring some helpful information and stuff, but...
Stevie Michael's here.
Hey, Steph! We got to talk to you tonight.
We were not connected. I did that on the phone.
On his phone. He did that just for a minute to let you guys know that we were having technical difficulties on the laptop. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I love Windows 7.
Yeah, so do I. But, you know, this new computer, that's what it came with.
You buy a new computer, and that's what you're going to get, though, is 10. It's awful. Change makes it more interesting.
How's South Carolina, kid? My son's in South Carolina. He flew there today, I think.
Last night.
Last night. Okay. Yeah, it's Friday. Anyway, he's there. He wants to move to South Carolina, so...
Sam said the only way he could connect to my coach without damage was using the safety chain loops on my trailer hitch. And Michigan says finally melted the ice yesterday. 57 degrees. Boy, bust out the sunscreen.
If we would have had a piece of plywood and a shovel, I would have got you out of there. That's all it really, trust me, man, where I was buried was, everybody thought it was gone, huh? I think
I couldn't even look. I couldn't even watch it.
When I got into that thing to back it out of this hole after digging for about 2 hours and getting everything set up, and my buddy's just looking at me like, I go, I'm going to get it out of here, trust me. And when I started backing that thing up, any little thing would have just really screwed me up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Gordon, call me next time. We'll come over and help you because it.
Call me next
You know,
time.
let me tell you something about those motorhomes. You could take them in some pretty. You know, you could take these things into some pretty scary stuff. But once they start to sink, you got to stop. That I learned that because when it started to sink, if I would have stopped right then, it would have been an easy thing to get it out. But once you get them buried down where they're sitting on the body, man, and the wheels were actually dangling.
You were pretty good. You were pretty deep. You really were.
Yeah, but yours, see, it was only one side. That's how mine was, and it was the same side.
That's because the other side was hanging off the cliff.
Yeah. Well, no, it only buried itself on the left side, and that was the side it was getting ready to roll over on. So.
And you know what? I took pictures of that, but the pictures did not do it justice.
Yeah.
It did not relay how devastatingly close we were to being tipped over and rolling down.
Well, I had to climb over my recliner because it was leaning so hard with the slide out in that I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk straight up, man. I had to like hold on to my recliner and then when I was getting in the driver's seat, I thought, oh man, if this thing goes over, I'm dead.
Yes,
dead.
Rhonda, different coffee shop. I would have loved that one too, even though it's further, but it seems like you guys are pretty well staffed there anyways right now. And this one, I almost could walk there, almost.
Yeah. Well, they serve sandwiches and stuff like that. I still got to find a job, but
we're kind of waiting for Bill to finish up with the doctor, I think.
Yeah, you got to find out if I'm going to live on Monday, so.
They're gonna do something for his diabetes, and we just don't know what yet. If it's going to be insulin shots or if it's going to be.
My little blood work thing didn't come out very good, so.
His labs were not.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Which we kind of figured was the case.
Well, I had fun. It was fun while it lasted, you know. I love ice cream. I got to eat a lot of ice cream. Can't do that stuff anymore.
It's my fault, too.
What?
That's what he told the doctor. She likes ice cream. That's what he said. And, you know, I put him in a headlock and I forced that ice cream down his throat.
Right now, you're asking about my nasal. Right now,
it's
everybody's complaining about allergies around here. Actually, I'm doing pretty good this year. Normally, by now, I'd be all messed up. So I tell everybody I'm allergic to Kleenex. That's how bad my sinuses are. But my one nostril's a little plugged, but not too bad. I'll be all right. Anyway, yeah, we got some real cool things. We think they're cool. Now a lot of you guys that are born out in the country and stuff, you're probably going to think we're idiots. But yeah, I've done the local honey. The problem with that is it takes my sugar through the roof.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help. Anyway, the thing about it is that these things are, we like really old houses like that one that we did the other day. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. And there's some other stuff that I don't want to give it away. I just want to do it. There'll be some cool things. You'll like it. And this part of Arkansas there's from
opportunities
the Civil War to different president things.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. Yeah, we got a couple ideas, and we're gonna start doing that.
The golden years.
Yeah. But
sniff petrol? Really, Pooh Bear?
What?
Sniff gasoline, he says.
Yeah, then light a match. That'll clear your nasal. I don't want to die from it. We don't have
that.
What? Yeah.
Was that the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I said you're gonna love this.
You guys will have to go back and check the thumbnail.
See, this thing keeps.
Video.
Look at that. Look at that. My finger really grows up big, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The things come on and then they go away so quick that I can't read them.
Petrol takes the worries away. The worries, the bills, the future.
Believe me, there was a time when I was a kid, I thought it was pretty cool sniffing gas, but that's what's wrong with me. I was a gas sniffer.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Oh, see Cage. Look at Cagey. Look at my baby here. Look at my baby. Isn't he pretty? I love this doggy. Say hi. Can you say hi? Look at his little, see his little stitches there? He's not very happy about that part, but he got his nails trimmed. So now I could actually touch him without having to cut me into ribbons, man. Boy, those razor blades.
Hey, thumbs up, guys.
Yeah, we only have 5 thumbs up.
Please, please.
We were up to 19 people. People don't like us, I guess.
Oh, it's okay. Some do.
Some do. So now we're down to 14 with 6 thumbs up. Well, this is not our normal night, so.
Sunoco 260, Bill?
Do what?
Steve says Sunoco 260.
Sunoco,
gasoline.
Yeah, I know, but.
Well, he told, because Pooh Bear said to sniff petrol.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to be camping on Iron Mountain.
Okay.
How are you doing that?
Who's that?
Rhonda? In a bumper pull. What? You haven't updated me any at all.
She get a.
I don't know. You need to dish.
Did you like it? Did you like any of those Class C's I sent you? I thought that one.
Camping at Iron Mountain.
When? She is?
She's going to be.
Oh.
When are you going to Iron Mountain anyway, too? And stuff. CMA, no. It's not mine. Yes, I liked. Okay.
I thought that was a pretty good deal for that one, but.
When is CMA? We're never here for CMA. I think it's in April. No.
Yeah, I think it's right after we usually leave. They don't do it in the summer because it's too hot. It gets pretty hot here.
Oh.
I'm looking.
That's fun.
We're gonna get a cover, one of those like open garage things where they're open on either a carport. We're gonna get one of those for the motorhome, so that we're kind of in the shade, because it does get pretty hot here. And my brother told me, he says, "Man, you need to get." Hey,
Ken Bohannon. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back.
Got you got anything else to say? What do you want to say?
Why? Because I interrupted you? I just popped.
No, you can. No, I mean,
no.
I'm running out.
I'm just wondering. I was just wondering about RV Quilt Quest and her plans.
Are you still looking for a Class C? Rhonda, are you still looking for a Class C? Life takes over.
Yeah, it does. That's a fact. But, you know, our life is YouTube, so we're always here, except for when the laptop doesn't work.
I get so frustrated by. I tell you what, one time, and this is a true story. I had bought a Road Glide, Harley Road Glide, and everybody, I did everybody's motors. I hopped everybody's motors up, but I just left mine pretty much stock. I put some cams in it and worked on the fuel injection. And everybody's, you got to put a 95-inch kit in it. So I finally put a 95-inch kit in it, and it ran great. I was really excited. About 2 days later, it started getting this ticking noise, like a tick, 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 you know, under acceleration. And I listened and searched, and I thought, well, it's got to be a lifter problem. I mean, I tore that motor apart 3 or 4 times. I completely redid the 95-inch kit, new all over again, and the noise was still there. And what happened is I had headers on it, the Super Trap header, and it started cracking, and it was an exhaust leak, but it was just. I mean, usually know how to catch an exhaust leak, but that one I missed. Remember that? Mm-hmm. I spent, I don't know how much money fixing it. And then by the time I got it all back together, I wish I'd never taken it apart because it was so tight the first time. But, you know, you keep taking things apart and putting them back together, you're going to find that they're not as good as the first time they were put together. That's for sure.
RV Quest Quilt, yes, I am. Still looking for Class C's. And then Steph said, had a call come in right after I joined.
Steve?
Yeah. As soon as he came online, he had a phone call come in.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we did have the little excitement here this morning. I guess someone showed up here at my brother's house on a motorcycle and was asking for him, and no one knew who he. None of the kids knew who he was. So my brother called me to go out and see who the guy was, and he left before I got out there. So
we still don't know who he was.
yeah, I mean, out it might.
Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody, yeah, everybody knows
so
everybody.
If you show up and the kids don't know you,
yeah,
something's weird. Pooh Bear said, "I think I picked the wrong year to try Arizona sun, global cooling."
Yeah.
Steve, guys on motorcycles are bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a It wasn't even a motorcycle. It literally was a scooter.
Well, I didn't see what it was.
The kids said it was a scooter, like what Tony across the street rides.
Oh, okay.
A little tiny.
Like a moped, then, huh?
Moped thing. But you know,
I probably
could have
probably could have walked out there and pushed him off of it. He would have fell down and started crying.
That's why he left.
Hey, you want me to kick your bike over for you? Hey, why'd you do that, man?
Oh, okay.
Guys on a scooter are a little less, yeah. Oh, well.
Scary. A little less scary.
Yeah.
Bad news. Yeah. I miss my CBX.
Yeah, that's a 6-cylinder. That's the wall, wasn't it? The Honda wall. Friend of mine wanted to buy it. I said, well, they misspelled Harley on the tank, so.
Oh, another call. Be right back. Okay.
Yeah, cool. No, we're not going to be on here too much longer, guys, because it's hard to hold this thing. So.
You want me to hold it for a while?
You want to hold it? Here, you take it for a while. I can't. I got to go get my coffee then. You shine out yourself.
I didn't have coffee. I didn't have coffee tonight. I want coffee.
I want coffee.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was really weird last night sleeping here without Cage, huh?
It was.
And then a little while ago, about an hour, he wanted everybody to go to bed. And so we went in and laid down, and he came in there, and he was all excited. And I said, no, we got to get up. We got up. And so
I've never had an animal that called the shots on get up time and go to bed time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, in the morning, when he wants to get up.
Good night, Robin. Sorry.
I have to get up with him. And then once he gets me... What?
Robin said, good night, guys. I got to get up at 2 a.m. to make the donuts. What? Donuts? That's like Bill's middle name.
Yeah, I love donuts. You know, there's no truth to the rumor that cops love donuts. Everybody loves donuts.
Bye, Oma's Camping. Thanks for joining us again also. That's a Boost Tom for you? What's that?
We got 11. A what?
Boost Tom. Steve says that's a Boost Tom.
I don't know.
Krispy Kreme. Really? How do you know that, Jeff? Or are you just saying that's what you like? Donuts or donuts?
You know what I wonder?
Oh, that's a Boss 10.
I wonder.
Boss 10.
You know,
Boss 10 for you. There you go. The dog.
Yeah.
He is bossy. You're right. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, he went back in and got you up, too, huh?
Yeah, he did. Donuts not good for
diabetes.
diabetes.
Don't go to sleep.
Nah. That's true.
And then,
Donuts aren't good for anybody, really.
And then today when we went to the
so
vet,
good.
He heard our voice and he was back there yipping and yapping. And...
I said, was he pretty vocal? And they said, oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot to
He
say.
does. Hey, Tracy. We're glad you didn't get blown away in the hail and tornado the other day. That was pretty scary. She said she thought the top was going to get ripped up from the hail. On the Jeep, yeah.
Oh, really? On the Jeep? Well, one thing about it, Tracy, and I said this a little while ago, when you do gate guarding, there's two things you never know. How bad the weather could get, and if you're always going to have a gate, because that's... The oil fields are just a really unique thing. Sometimes they'll put you on a gate, and you'll be there forever. And then other times, you never know.
Well, like... lot of wind here in North Carolina and South Carolina, Steve says. Wildman.
Are you on a gate now still, Tracy?
She said it was terrifying. They are on a gate. They're on a 12-hour. But like Wanderlust Estate, I guess they're laid off right now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, they got laid off, and his video. I watched his video. He said that he was working somewhere, but he was going to get laid off again. But
yeah,
I don't know.
They're at the sand plant. Johnny and Tracy are
still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird is that it used to be they would put you on a gate and you would sit there sometimes for 2 weeks and never have anyone come through it, huh? And then all of a sudden, boom, it starts getting busy. I don't know. I just...
Johnny's sleeping, Tracy said. Good. She can't sleep.
Yeah. We need a dog to tell you to go to sleep. That's what we have.
We just were talking about how Cage, he calls the shots on bedtime and get up time. He's very good at it.
He's irritating.
Jeff also said there was a tornado about 15 minutes from where my son works in Flint, Michigan yesterday.
Yeah.
It's crazy weird weather lately.
Yeah.
I lost my...
Well, a lot of people died down there in that Alabama stuff, so... Yeah, believe it or not, we know by the coast, but Alabama and Mississippi down there by the coast is really beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's really pretty.
I liked it.
It's really, really nice area. We never really been into the deepest parts, but yeah, it's.
When we went down to Key West and came back, we went that route. So
yeah,
it was very pretty.
Then when we came back, I think we went a different way.
We did. When we went down there, we went that way.
Yeah, we took our time getting down there, and it was that was a really beautiful ride. It was really pretty at Key West, but after a few days, man, it was time to go. We were talking about that again today.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just not something. It's not for me. There's too many things that are not good. Dallas had straight. I can't.
Right. Dallas had straight line winds over 80 miles an hour.
That's how our floor got wrecked.
Yeah,
I had to replace the wood floor in the kitchen here. And what it was raining so freaking hard sideways that water got into the refrigerator cabinet and got on the copper gas line, and it ran down that, and the little rubber thing was cracked, and it came in and it buckled my floor. Just about 8 or 10 inches of the floor, and I couldn't stand looking at it, so I replaced it, which was quite a job, but
yeah, it
came out pretty good though.
You weighed a lot more then too.
Huh?
You weighed a lot more in those pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shrinking.
Steve Wildman says we enjoyed Key West too. But if you're gonna go down there for for a vacation, I'm sure it's just different. But we were down there and I started getting like island fever because everywhere you look there's water, and I just don't like that feeling. And once you've been all the way down to Duval Street, there's really not much else to do. We
were working at Blue Water Keys, and that's like number 2
in the nation
resort in the nation. And it's like a little peninsula. It used to be where they used to test fire missiles. And one side had a deep water lagoon, and the other side was just the Atlantic Ocean, but it was only like, at high tide, it was like 12 inches deep, and at low tide, it was like
waves.
6 inches. And it was just...
Not like what I think of as like a California beach. They're very different.
And it was just hot and muggy, and we had these iguanas crawling all around everywhere.
And chickens.
Yeah.
There are really chickens, and they run around like stray dogs. It's crazy.
And the people were that were in this campground, they were all gazillionaires, and they were just weird. And the guys, the manager was weird. Everybody was weird. After 9 days, we just packed up and left. We told them we had to go.
Well, they got us down there under false pretenses anyways. They said they wanted us to come down and be assistant managers, but their idea, we found out, was to work us into a 2-year contract, and they were going to leave, the managers, and they were not coming back. So
they actually put us in the manager's spot and everything. It was pretty extravagant. But that's right where that hurricane came through.
yeah.
And the people that took our job lost their motor home. They were in a Category 5 building that got all wiped out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I told them, I said, you know, if the weather looks like it's going to be really bad, I'm leaving. I'm not going to leave.
Hey, from Tokyo? Wow.
Yeah, first Tokyo person.
Yeah, I hope to be a DP full-timer in the next couple of years.
Hi.
Hey, Mikio.
Mikio's here.
Wow, Leo.
Now we'll get more likes.
That's awesome. Yeah, Ashley Young. Are you in Texas? Where are you from? Because you're asking where the tornadoes hit. I know there was one in Flint, Michigan. Near Dallas, I know they had some really, really bad. I guess it was a tornado, right, Tracy? Not sure if they classified it as that. If you're asking where we are, yeah, where, oh, Tracy was asking Ashley where she's at. Steve's.
So, Mikio, is that motorhome done yet, or are you
Hey, Leo.
still working on it?
Where's my gun?
One thing you'll find about motorhomes are you're never done.
It's just like a house that moves.
Yeah, I got a skylight. I got to put
Yeah,
I got to
over
put a
the
new
shower.
skylight on.
Over the shower. It's
And
cracking.
I bet just it leaks.
It's just old.
I drilled. It's a dual pane,
I
and
think
it
so.
was getting water in between the two.
Still working on it, Mikio
And
says.
I drilled a couple of holes in it so it could drain. It drains into the shower. But I've been waiting for it to warm up, man. It's
It's
wind
been really
is cold.
really windy, and really wheelie wainy. Witty wainy.
Well, see, right now it's 52 degrees, but it's just been so windy. Who's that?
Don't know. Somebody on Facebook
Hmm.
messaging you.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't care.
Hi. Juliana Howell.
What you want? Friend request?
Yeah.
I've been getting so many friend requests lately, and now every day I have to send out like 5 or 6 happy birthdays. People I don't even know. I just okay, you want to be my friend? That's cool. And then she started telling me, you know, you're friends with headhunters in this country that are wanting to come here and kill you. Oh, okay, well I'll get rid of them.
Kentucky had tornado rip through a church. Wow. Yeah, and Stan says a house you have to change the oil and fluids on and dig out of the dirt. Oh, Ashley's Southwest Alabama.
Well, you know what you'll learn now, Gordon, is don't drive out onto those fields like that, man.
Winds are fierce in California, Mikio says.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashley, okay, yep. They moved from Lucydale, Mississippi to Mobile.
Yeah, but Keo, you got to get out of California. Old Gavin Newsom's ended the desk thing, and next thing it'd be is, well, I got to let him out because can't keep him here, can't afford to keep him in here forever. So have a bunch of murderers out running around. They did that before. I can't remember what the heck happened, but that's how Charlie Manson got to live out his life.
People die on death row just waiting to be executed.
They die of old age. You know, they got dental and medical, and I mean, you know.
3 squares and a bed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live like that, but they made their choice.
I knew a guy,
Walk the dirt before you drive the dirt.
Yeah.
Tracy says everybody wants to be Bill's friend.
I don't know why. Anyway, I had a friend who used to go to jail all the time, and I mean, and there's a lot to the story, but I was talking to him one time, and I just said, I go, man, I don't understand why you always want to go back to jail. And he goes, well, you know what? That's where I kind of grew up in jail, and all my friends are in jail, and really nice guy, super, super cool dude. But he just couldn't take life on the outside. I mean, he goes, hey, you know, my life is regimented. I know when to get up and eat, and I got jobs in jail. I got all this stuff going on.
Friends.
Yeah. It's like family for him. They're all waiting for him to come back.
Community.
So, I mean, it just depends on, you know, people adapt, you know, and once you adapt to that lifestyle. And then I've had other buddies that have got in there, and boy, all they talk about was getting out, you know, so.
Joe says, and we are blessed when Bill doesn't disown or block us. You demand, Bill.
Well, I have blocked a few people in my days, but you know what? It's people that I knew a long, long time
when he
ago.
Was a kid.
And they turned out to kind of be a bunch of crazies.
Bill grew up and they didn't.
Yeah. Turned out to be a bunch of crazies and bugging me and sorry. You know, I guess they think they have privileges that other people don't have.
Well, they still think of you as a kid, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
But I doubt they would have ever said it to me.
Join the Army, same benefits, and the food's much better.
Yeah.
And at least you get weekend leaves, right? Looney Tunes 101, yeah.
Well, this guy was actually married. And what the trip was is his wife, he would get out of jail, get her pregnant. And there was some people that owned a motorcycle dealership. And they would buy her babies. They bought her a car, and they paid for all the stuff. And she had like 6 or 7 kids, and she only kept one of them. But I mean, she drove a nice car and all this stuff. And these people just wanted a really big family, and the wife wasn't able to have them. And that's how she kind of kept things together. And then he lived in jail. So
join the Army, enjoy the spam, paid vacation, see the world.
Yeah.
Makio, you kind of tuned in late, but we got little Mister fixed yesterday, so he's kind of conked out right now. Can you see him? There he is. He's seepy. Cagey. Cage. Yeah. He's knocked out cold.
Yeah.
He's not on any pain meds either. Well, half a Vetprofen, which I'm thinking is like a ibuprofen for doggies, and he gets half every 12 hours if he needs it. He hasn't been acting like he's in pain, but I don't really know if he is or not, so I'll probably keep him on it just for a few days. You know,
He wants to know how it goes. We dropped him off. They said they called us like in a couple hours and said, yeah, everything's fine.
He did great.
And then this morning we got up, went over and picked him up, and he was ready to go, believe me.
Yeah, he was ready for us to be. Hi, Steve. He's back.
No trade tonight.
You know what, though? It was really... We're so attached to him that it was hard to sleep last night. I kept thinking about...
It's hard to sleep when he's here because he's all over you, and he's under the covers and
we're thinking, you know, you can't explain anything to a dog. Do they think that you just left them there and you're never coming back?
Yeah.
Did they have to adapt now? Is this their new life? Was he cold? Did they feed him? You know, is he in pain? Is anybody there? You know, or is he just there all by himself? I don't know. I just kept thinking about him. I'd roll over and wake up and try to go back to sleep, and just kept thinking about him.
I asked the vet if they give me the balls, I was going to hang them underneath the back of my pickup truck. But we give them to him.
Cage will hate you for that when he grows up. Pooh Bear says, and
he was a pretty manly little guy. I tell you, he had him rocking, man.
Does he have a cone? No, Steph, he doesn't. They didn't give him one. They said if he licks too much and we can't keep him from doing that they would give us a loaner one. We didn't have to buy it. He said Rizzo has a cone. When did you get him fixed? And Makio says if he starts to pant out of the blue, it's often a sign of pain. He's not been panting.
He hasn't been panting. He hasn't been licking. Other than us.
Yeah.
He's been very lovey today.
Yeah. And he still wants to play, so that's probably a good sign too, I guess.
He's a pretty tough little boy.
Yeah.
Boston Terriers are,
and they're
not
his
sissies.
nails and didn't charge us for it, so I was really happy about that. Now all I have to do is figure out a way to keep them trimmed. He's something.
I'm gonna have to hold his arm, his legs, or whatever, and while she does what she does.
Put him in a vice. It's just.
Still radar
so
ears.
Strong. I can't do this. Read the comments.
You want me to hold this again?
Give him a bag of frozen peas.
Yeah. He's fine.
Still radar ears. Steve said he thinks Monday is when they got Rizzo fixed. So, for those of you that don't know, Steve McLean is our son. And he got a rescue doggy a couple weeks ago. And he just got his dog fixed on Monday. So, Mikio, they put in stitches that will disintegrate on their own, they said, dissolve. Hey, Ken, how do you know about the frozen peas?
Yeah. What's funny is Darla says, she goes, I wish they would super glue them instead of stitch them.
They have medical super glue.
And I was just thinking to myself, I wouldn't want my balls glued, so that's probably why they don't do it.
He was knocked out. They could have done it very easily. No comment. You could have just said you had a friend. Snip is going around. I'm leaving. Oh, yeah, it's just the dogs. It's a dog's life.
Well, you know what? You always worry that you're going to get that done to them. You're going to get like a different you're going to take a Boston Terrier in, and you're going to get a hound dog back, you know, where they just want to sleep. But not him. This guy, he's the life of the party always. So he's got a lot of big things coming here now because now that he's not fixed, he can be around other dogs a little, and he's had his shots.
Yeah.
So
he's all up to date.
We've been trying to keep him away from everything that has to do with other dogs.
We did not have him chipped. No.
No. And the reason is because I don't want to be chipped. So we're just going to get him a dog tag.
Yeah.
We got to order one.
We've tried to get him a dog tag several times. And they've either been out of the ones we want and we don't want to pay $30 for one, or, you know, they're going to get him in and we haven't got back. Steve got his chipped and salsa.
Yeah.
Oh, Stevie, I love you.
666, your dog.
Our Boston Dixie is fox and wide open. Yep. If he gets lost, a chip is useful and inexpensive these days. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to have someone find them and be willing to go see if they have a chip too. It's not like they have a chip and when you lose your dog,
like
all of a sudden
LoJack.
a satellite tells you where they're at.
I get these really strange messages. Additional verification needed, and then it's got a web address. Important message.
Let me hold that.
Spam. You got to.
It's spam.
Probably.
Spam's delicious, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Fried. Ask Pooh Bear. He knows.
Now they have these commercials where they show a bowl of rice and then you see this chopped up meat and then they put all these veggies and stuff in it and they put it over the rice. It looks really yummy and they say, spam, it's, you never, what is it?
Spam doesn't fall for it.
Yeah, but it's something like,
yeah, I know.
Fry or something. Yeah.
Crust. Oh, yeah, try it fried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad links. Mikio says there's GPS trackers for animals, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you get him his own cell phone.
You have to like screw the antenna on the end of his tail.
They probably do have them though.
You know what? Really, he doesn't run away. He's not a runaway kind of dog. The thing is he'll stay out of your range as long as he wants to be free, but he doesn't run away. John
Keene says, spam, the other mystery meat.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one is that taco meat, Jack in the Box tacos.
Yeah, I remember when we first got our Taco Bell. Oh no, yeah, no, we were like in our early 20s. There was a rumor going around that
It's kangaroo meat or
yeah, it was
something.
kangaroo meat.
It's
You
some
know
kind
who
of
owns
tofu.
Jack in the Box? Ralston Purina,
Yeah,
the dog food company.
yeah. Oh
Just
well.
saying.
I'll tell you what, it tastes good. I don't know what they put in them, but they're pretty tasty. I always call them crappy tacos.
Yeah.
Let's go get some crappy tacos.
You go up to the drive up and you roll your window down and ask for crappy tacos. They're like, okay, they know what they are too.
A Falcon.
I worked at Taco Bell in '76.
Back when it was good. Taco Bell used to be pretty good. Then Pepsi bought it.
Pooh Bear, I never knew to fry Spam until I married an American. Mikio says, my Hyacinth has a falconry tail tracker on 24/7.
Yeah, you know the scary part is they had this new system for, like, if someone took your motorcycle, or like if you wanted to let someone ride your bike, you could put them in a fenced off area, and if they went outside that area, you could shut the bike off and stuff like that. And this one customer of mine, he wanted it really bad. They put it on there, and about 6 months after that, the company went out of business, and this guy had this whole system he bought, and it was worthless.
Yeah.
And there was nothing I could do for him. I mean, I gave him a spoken deal on it, so he knew I wasn't going to give him his money back. He didn't care, but yeah, it was kind of the way technology changes so much anymore. It's just like these solar panels. You spend all this money for these solar panels, and 6 months down the road, they're obsolete. Let's see, I got.
Bye, Tracy. Enjoy your shower.
Yeah, bye, Tracy. I guess you're still. Oh yeah, she's working at the sand plant or something.
Yes, silica sand.
Yeah, that's kind of
They
silly.
changed Spam where it used to taste the crap.
It's Tracy goes and we go up 2 more people. How's that work?
Don't know.
They were just waiting for her to leave, huh? Good night, Tracy.
We love you too. John, we are currently in Arkansas. We're gonna try to be able to work here for the summer and stay, and we bought property, if you know that. And we're gonna try and get it ready for us to plug in over there. Currently, we're still at Bill's Brothers, and they're being very gracious and letting us plug in and even use their washer and dryer. But we have plans, and we want to get our own thing set up. So when we come into town, we've got our own place to be, and we can just come for visits.
Yeah, we actually have like a little. Well, it used to be like the little party house for everybody in the area over there on our property.
A little shed.
And there was actually a guy living in it. They had water and electricity and everything to it. And then when we told the electric company they were bootlegging the electricity, all stuff, they shut everything off, and they knew people had bought the property, so they kind of came and got all their couches and everything out. They split and left a mess. Basically, I was going to tear the thing down, but I started looking at it, and structurally, it's a pretty solid thing. The guy didn't do it right because I guess he didn't have any money, but we're going to go ahead and finish it up real nice. I'm going to put a washer and dryer and be a little storage area and stuff in there. And so when we live over there and people come to visit us and stuff, they can park their RVs. We'll have a washer and dryer. We're going to have full hookups. It's going to be styling even before we build our little metal building house type thing. I think it'll be pretty good. I got to move some dirt. I've got to make a probably 70 or 80 feet long and probably 50 feet wide, 50 or 60 feet wide spot on one little section of the property, and get it rocked. And I got to build a road all the way around this. We got these great big, beautiful trees.
Black oaks.
Black oaks in the middle of the property. We got to trim them back, but I don't want to cut them down. And so I need to get that and get this road built, just a rock road. I don't want to do anything real crazy. And then we'll put the we'll put the building up, and then when we get too old to drive anymore, we'll just, you know,
it'll be our home base.
It'll be our home base. That's where we'll live. So.
Hi, Trey. Welcome.
Trey made it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't
As you can tell, Trey, we had technical difficulties again. I think, I'm not sure, but my computer did a update, and now my YouTube's not working right, so I don't know. It plays fine. It just won't go. I can't even get on there to record or to do a live, so I don't know what's going on.
Steve, yeah, you'll get an invite. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, that'd be the thing. And what I've been thinking about too is I'm probably going to put an extra drain in and an extra water line and stuff like that. And then if some people want to come and boondock or something, we could have a bunch of RVs. I bet you we could put 25 RVs on our property.
The town does not mind. There's no regulations.
Yeah,
you don't have to have anything permitted. You don't, nothing.
And
no
we got
codes.
We got this little old lady that lives next door, and she is like what, Mrs. Kravitz?
Alice Kravitz.
Yeah. And she watches. I mean, the other day the electric company was out there cutting trees and getting everything set up for when we hook up. And she called the city because she lost our phone number. She called the city, and the city called my brother. My brother called me, and we went over there. And I said, "Well, can you do this and do that?" "Oh yeah, we'll do that for you." And she came running right over. I let them know, you know. And so it's nice to know that we have 24-hour security over there.
We do.
So. And it's you know, the thing about Arkansas is it's nice here. You go 10 miles, it's not so nice. Then you go another 10 miles and it's really super nice. And this area where we're at, it's really nice, but there's some scumbags here. They're everywhere, so you can't get away from that. But
Steve says invite us when you need help laying in lines and such. I'm not lazy.
Laying in lines? What, water lines and stuff?
Electric, whatever.
Well, hopefully that's going to be pretty soon. I mean, I got sewer, I got water, I got gas lines, we got everything, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use the gas yet. I'll have to see how that goes. If we use the gas, it'll be when we put up the big building, but I'm definitely gonna up the power.
Yeah.
So I have a 200 amp service right off, and then like I say, we're gonna plumb this little shed thing so we can have a washer or dryer, and I have to have it so that when we're gone, I could take a trap out so there's no water, and you know, I mean, it's got to be something where they can't freeze and all that kind of stuff. So I got to work all that stuff out because the water line right now underground is broke somewhere. So.
And Steve said, I got solar last year, 1080 watts, 24 volt system.
Oh yeah.
So he didn't need hookups.
Yeah, it's fine. The thing about it is around here though, I mean, I don't know what we'll probably do something. We'll probably do some kind of a little, you know, people that do likes every week and that are really cool and stuff like that, you know.
Hey Jeff, Jeff says natural gas generator, no electric, less taxes. Our taxes on that place with the electric in it right now is $47 a year.
Yeah.
The property tax.
And they don't up it.
That's
That's it. That's what it is. And I mean, we could have a campground there. We could put in a restaurant.
Anything you want
to do. That's what it is. It's because I asked them. I said, "Well, when we build this building, what are our taxes going to be?" Same. Doesn't change. So.
Yeah. Steve says we blow our lines out every time we leave.
Yeah. Well, that's what the thing will be is I'm going to bury it pretty deep, and I'll have it in such a way where I could clear all the lines and all that stuff. But I don't know what happened. I just know the guy from the city came over and turned the water on just so I could see if everything worked, and it didn't. And so it's definitely broke under the ground, but it's only about 30 feet. But I don't care. I'm going to replace it all anyway. I'm going to put a bigger line in because I'm going to make everything so that when I go to do the metal building, all I have to do is dig a shallow hole. I'll have it marked where I know it's at, and dig a small hole, and I can plumb right into everything, and boom, we're rocking and rolling. What was that last one? Something in the morning was the last?
I'll have to go back and read it.
Let's see. Okay, guys, it's 9:30 here, and I haven't slept for 36 hours.
What?
I'm going to. Oh, bye, Stevie. I love you.
Love you, Steph.
Good luck, man. I hope you do great. I hope you get a good job. And a place for us to park when you buy your house. So yeah. Anyway, to finish up my conversation, we'll do some kind of a little thing. And one thing about it, I'm going to put in a fire pit, so we'll have a big fire pit. My brother, I'll just come over here, man. He's always cut down. He's got property that he just bought. And I mean, there's probably 50 cords of wood over there if I want to go. He's going to end up burning most of it. So anyway, we'll.
Jeff says, when are you wiring the property? I need 50 amp.
Yeah. Well.
We got to get the land.
Got to get it bulldozed first.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything, and then I got a friend of my brother's. That I know, and I'm going to get him over. He's got a backhoe, and I'm going to dig some pretty deep trenches and put some big piping underneath the ground and run the wiring through and everything, so that down the road, like I say, it's going to be set up so that when I go to do the next project, it's going to be ready. I'm just going to have to extend what I've already done. So. Let's see. Well, we're up to 21 people, but we still only have 12 likes. See?
What?
We don't. It doesn't really matter. We already got all of our stuff.
But still, it generates enough.
But we still like to get likes. If people like us, we like to.
Do you need a camp ranger to take care of the place when you're gone?
Well, I mean, honestly, the way I feel about it is people that I know and trust. I would be willing to let them stay there,
But then you don't travel if you're stuck there on a piece of property, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to come and stay for a week or something, I would have a problem with that. I mean, as long as you shut everything off and all that kind of crap, I don't care. I mean, at this point, there's not going to be much there. So
these guys are funny. Trey says, if our ship comes in, we're going to share with you, and of course, you always have a place in the Rockies with us.
Yeah.
Trey, we love you.
Yeah, you're awesome, Trey, and we are going to somehow come by and see you before it gets too far along here, because we have talked about it multiple times. It's just. You live in one of those places, if you don't have a job in that area, it's
not much takes you that way.
Yeah. So
unless you purposely just do that, which you're worth it.
You're off of 15 somewhere, aren't you? Highway 15? Before we used to go up through there all the time because we've worked in Colorado and all that kind of stuff, but we just haven't been doing it.
Good. Jeff says, I hit the like, so I get a 50 amp, right?
Yeah.
And Steve says he makes his own.
There's going to be 2 full hookup sites. 2 full hookup sites. And we're going to be in one of them. When we build our building, then we'll have 3 full hookup sites. One in the building, and then 2 outside. But there will be plenty of room. Like I say, I'll probably put in an extra drain, so I'll have a dump station and some extra water lines and stuff. So it'd be close to full hookups, And the thing about it out here, I shouldn't say this, but you could drain your gray on the ground. It's not a big deal.
Thank you, Lisa. Number 12. She was number 12. She has to go back to work now.
Okay.
Thanks for popping in, though.
You can't, like in California and stuff, you're not supposed to drain your water on the ground. I mean, we used to have a washing machine. We'd let the water go out and water our trees, and oh no, you can't do that. Well, I don't know what they think. I mean, the water goes into a tank, into a septic tank, and then it goes into the ground. Yeah. It's the same deal. So I mean, that's what the ground is. It's a really, really good water filter. I mean, you drink the water from wells all around over here. The water here is super good. It's soft water, so like you wash your car or something, it's not all messed up when you're trying to dry. Like quartzite, No, it's like washing your car with maple syrup. It's hard to dry, man. You got to dry it as you're washing it, or otherwise you got streaks everywhere. Wow, look at that, 18 out of 18.
Woohoo!
So anyway,
Thanks,
yeah. So I don't know. We'll make it happen.
Quartzite water does suck.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, I have four. I actually run 4 filters in quartzite. Normally only run 3. I run 3 here. My brother, he's got his own well and everything here, and it's all filtered out, and he's got all that stuff going on. But man, the water's good.
In quartzite though, because our motorhome is black, as you guys all know, you got to be so careful how you wash it because
I washed it one time.
Streaks.
I washed it one time, and it was like late in the afternoon, and I left it. I got up the next morning, and I go, oh crap! Now I got to wash it again. I couldn't get the streaks to wash off, so I had this stuff called race glaze, and I sprayed it on there, and it took it right off. So I had to do the whole motorhome with a towel and a spray bottle, like in the shade in the afternoon, and I finally got it all, and it looked really good when I was done. But it was a job. So it's pretty. I actually ran my truck through a little car wash by Walmart. We have a Walmart, has a gas station, car wash, everything. So I ran it through there today because it's been so yucky and the weather's kind of cold. But yeah, we'll the flush. Oh. Anyway, I have to read that again. It disappeared.
Okay.
So I got to wash this motor home, but we are waiting. We're supposed to get a new windshield. So I really don't want to do anything until we get the new windshield.
Okay, Ken, take care. Enjoy. He's watching Doctor Strange.
See, we have 19 with 20 thumbs up. That's good. That's the first time that's happened.
Thanks for popping on, Ken.
What was... I missed all the conversation here.
Steve said, I flush out water system well in Nashville coming back east. And Ken said, I'm out of here going back to my movie Doctor Strange. Until next time, take care. And then Steve said, COE Priest, Lake Rocks, by the way. Corps of Engineers, Priest Lake Rocks. Yeah. Awesome. What? Awesome from Dollar Store. Oh yeah, the awesome products from the Dollar Store. Yeah.
Yeah, we bought that a lot. You know what's
good.
funny is the carpet cleaner. All that stuff is all the same. They just put it in a different colored bottle.
Yeah. Jeff got a new windshield in Indiana. So far, so good. Did you guys know that we broke another windshield on the way here?
Same one.
Yeah.
It's the new one.
Same one as we broke the last time.
So
2 years ago.
And now I got to. Last time I had someone tin it and it came out terrible. So this time I got to do it. I'm going to do it.
At least his windshield's working good.
Yeah, good. Not leaking and stuff. I hope.
That's good.
What about your dent or whatever you did? Is it okay now? Did you fix it? Huh?
You have a spare windshield, driver's side?
Yeah.
But
those are hard to carry around. Yeah. I was going to get one, put it up on the roof, but I carry a spare tire in the back of my truck. No wheel, just the tire.
That's true. We do.
We have 7 brand new Toyos.
Hey, and did you guys see the post in the group page on Facebook of Forest River factory burning down? That was something. And I mean, it was totally burned completely. No one got hurt. Can't you order a tinted windshield going in when the weather breaks?
Well, it's tinted, but they tinted. It's not even anywhere near where you would need it. So what I'm going to have is, it'll be about 20 inches down and then straight across. And I think I'm going to actually put a little strip on the bottom too, because it just kind of hides all the dash stuff. Because the dash kind of sticks up. The windshields are 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
In this motorhome.
RV Quilt Quest says, a little worried pulling my RV up in my neighborhood to get it ready when I get one. Fun times. You'll do it.
Yeah,
You'll do it. Of course, I don't know where you live.
You'll be getting rid of that house soon enough anyway.
Mikio says, California water dries awful on my new windshield. Anything you suggest I can use to clean it?
They do what?
Mikio, California water dries awful on her new windshield. Anything you can suggest to clean it?
Yeah, the white Scotch Brites. Get a
Yeah.
white Scotch Brite and keep it real good and wet, or get like a bucket of soapy water, and it'd take it right off. I use that to actually clean the front of the paint on my motorhome, but you got to keep it really wet, or you'll kind of fog it up a little bit. So wax will bring it back to a shine, but this stuff it's
The
real.
windshield?
You use it on the windshield, and
There's no wax on the windshield. What do you mean?
on the paint.
Body. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the whole front end, get the bugs off.
Jeff says for the body repair.
Yeah.
And then Steve says they installed the wrong color windshield in Oklahoma, so they did another when we got home. Mikio, we get those white things off of Amazon.
Yeah. I think you could get them in some stores too.
I did just send her one.
Yeah.
Message us your address and I'll send you some. Okay?
Oh, I'll just send you one. That'll last forever.
Yeah. A sheet. Right? Invisible glass works good on glass.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, we're gonna have to shut off here in a second. So, any last request or going in when the weather gets warmer? I keep it plugged in my driveway.
Hey, MR Mobile. Who knew you were there? You're so quiet.
Where is he?
Down on the bottom. He said hi. The shop can't keep it plugged in.
Yep. Mr. Mobile. MR Mobile.
We love seeing you too, RV Quote Quest. Oh, he just got here. Late to the party.
Yeah, you always miss it. Yeah. Our something's wrong with my computer. Won't let me broadcast, so we're on the phone, and we're about out of power here. So, you guys, Charlie, I missed the whole night too. Well, you know what? We're gonna try to get everything fixed so we can do it again on Wednesday. Wednesday's a better day.
You may just have to re-download OBS. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know if it's OBS. I don't know what it is.
You can also set your computer back to before Microsoft updated. We'll have to see how to do that if you want to do that.
All right, Jeff. Good seeing you on here, and you guys
all of you for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
It was kind of funky and it was a rough start, so we appreciate that you
you came back
came
around.
In and said hi.
All right. Well, we're going to.
I hope you're all doing well. Yes, Steve. Restore point.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. So.
Mikio, send me your address, please.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Bye.
I don't think it worked. There we go.